Now to the chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee, Senator Bob Corker. He joins us from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Let me go first to this resolution the president has asked to give him the war-fighting capability to take on ISIS. Do you think Congress is going to be able, the Senate's going to be able to come together on this thing, Senator, or is it going to wind up being undone? I mean, it seems to me like that would be the worst possible thing that could happen as far as what our adversaries, the people who are against us, think about the United States.
Well, I agree, Bob. I think we should act, not just debate, and we're going to begin a robust set of hearings as soon as we get back. They're already being set up, and look, a 60-vote Senate no doubt makes things very difficult to happen. You just talked about the Homeland Security issue, but it's our goal to have a process that, number one, determines the threat to our homeland. Number two, and this will be expansively looked at, is what is the president's strategy, especially in Syria. I think there's a lot of skepticism about the administration's commitment to dealing with ISIS or Daesh or ISIL or whatever you want to call them, and that creates a lot of concern. So we're going to have the opportunity to look at that, to look at what's happening in Iraq, and then hopefully shortly thereafter create language that can in fact pass muster in both houses of Congress.
Are you at this point feeling that the United States and the West may be losing this fight with ISIS? Their numbers keep expanding. We hear about them, opening affiliates in other countries. This does not seem to be something that's going well from my point of view.
Well, look, it is metastasizing. The focus right now, Bob, as you know, is on Iraq and Syria, and yet they're in multiple other countries. Just this weekend, this is maybe a little bit of a stretch, but the leader of Nigeria tried to establish a relationship between ISIS and Boko Haram there. And so we have the incident that you just referred to earlier in Copenhagen. Not only are these groups able to hold territory like they're doing in Syria and Iraq, but they're also able to enlist people in countries where they aren't to take on terrorist activities like we're seeing. So this threat is very different, and that's why it is important for us to fully understand the threat, understand how we're going to go forward, and I think very important because this is going to be going on for numbers of years. I think it is important for Congress to get behind an authorization, one that they feel is prudent, and obviously the president sent something over. That's a beginning point. It's now a legislative vehicle. We'll decide how it should go forth, but this is something that's going to take a long commitment by all of those in the free world to undermine what ISIS is doing.
And what about the situation over funding the Department of Homeland Security? That would seem like to me, with all of the things that are going on, would be a no-brainer. And yet Congress, Senate can't come to an agreement on that.
Now look, Bob, I'd be the first to say it's when we have a department whose mission is to protect the homeland, especially in these times, we need to fund it, and hopefully Congress over the next period of time will figure out a way to go forward. But it needs to be funded. We do not need to leave our nation in a situation with the type of threats that we have with an agency that's not working at full steam. So it needs to be resolved, and I think it will be.
Senator, we want to thank you. You are just coming in as the new chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. That's a very key post. I hope we can have you back many times on Face the Nation. Thank you so much.
Bob, thank you. It's a privilege to be doing what I'm doing, and I thank you for that. I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you.